guys, it's your girl Sophina, the diva, back here again. Welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry, my voice is gone. I mean, it sounds like it's gone. I mean, it's there, but it sounds like hoarse or whatever, and that's because I just came back from Vegas. I was in Vegas for like 3 days, I think, roughly. So I was out there for New Year's. It was super random, super spontaneous, and went with some friends, and it was super fun. I hope you guys all had a great New Year's Eve to New Year's, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful 2019 so far. Please comment below what you did for New Year's. I would love to see that. That'd be really fun. Maybe some of you guys were in Vegas, and I was in Vegas, but Vegas was really cold. And coming back to LA, I'm really cold as well. And I just think that whenever it gets cold in whatever state I'm in, I should just move to the state that's gonna be warm. I am not good with the cold. I don't like the cold. Unless it's like for a vacation that I'm anticipating. Like if I'm gonna go to the snow, then that makes sense. You know what I mean? Anywho, so guys, today's video, I get asked a lot of questions like, do I still do gymnastics, and you know, things like that. So I thought in 2019 I'm going to state all the different questions that I get asked about being a retired gymnast. And yes guys, I am retired. Without further ado, let's get into this video about the questions that I get asked.
Hi, yes, so I have a question for you. Do you still do gymnastics?
Okay, so no and yes, I still do gymnastics. I know that's quite confusing. So no, I don't do it competitively. I don't do it for UCLA anymore. I don't do it for the national team anymore. So I don't do it competitively. I haven't done it competitively in 2 years. Maybe? I don't know. My math isn't all the way there. But no, I don't do gymnastics competitively, but I still do gymnastics occasionally. When do I do gymnastics? I do it for my YouTube channel, as you guys can see when you guys watch this. And I do it for whenever I'm called for like auditions and stuff like that, or when I get certain like bookings and things like that, I do gymnastics. So yes, I still do gymnastics in that sense, just not competitively.
Why are you retired?
Okay, why am I retired? If you guys are a gymnast out there, then you kind of know maybe why I'm retired. I don't know, maybe not. But with gymnastics, you start young typically, and then you end young typically. So I started when I was 6. There's other gymnasts that have started when they were 3. I started when I was 6. I quit many times, and I went back, and I went back, and I went back. And then now I'm technically retired. I retired at 22 years old because that's when I ended college.
Okay.
Yes, there are people that after they end college, they go and, you know, they try for the Olympics, or they try to continue to compete competitively. But for the most part, once you're done with college, you're kind of done with gymnastics in a sense. Again, it just really depends. But I'm just saying for the normality of it, once either you go to the Olympics and or you go to college, and after that, you're done. So that, I guess, is my explanation on why I'm retired. One question that I get all the time when people don't know that I'm retired, when I just say I'm a gymnast or whatever, all the time I get,
are you going to the Olympics?
am I going to the Olympics? No. I'm retired, one. I don't know, I feel like that's just a lot to explain with the Olympic situation. I was on the national team, which means that you're like in the running to, you know, possibly go to Olympic trials, and then from Olympic trials, if you make it, then you go to Olympics. So I was on the national team at one point, and I went to Japan for a competition. I won gold on floor.
No way.
Which was amazing and so awesome, and I love Japan. I want to go back to Japan again. It was definitely an experience. I didn't get to really explore too much.
Why?
I was also younger, so I was all by myself. It was just one of the other national team members, her coach, me, and my coach, and then there was 2 men's gymnasts and their coach as well. So yeah, no exploring for young Sophina. I had just got out of the country for the first time without her parents. No, I'm not going to the Olympics. I don't plan on getting back into gymnastics competitively, but you never know, guys. You never know, right?
Right.
When I say I'm retired, a lot of times I say I'm an old grandma in the sport. Now, yes, there's a lot of people that are way older than me that still do gymnastics competitively. People that do it as their profession in other countries, they're like 40-year-olds with kids and a husband and still doing gymnastics competitively. So yes, it's definitely possible to be way older than me for gymnastics. But a lot of times I just tell people, you know, I'm an old grandma, I'm retired.
Okay. Okay.
Sometimes people get offended. Like, I remember I used to say that when I went on Ellen, for example, and I was in that limelight. I said I was an old grandma. I was, you know, older for the gymnastics age or whatever. And I kept getting a lot of like hate towards me saying that I was an old grandma, because there's definitely other gymnasts that are older than me that are still doing gymnastics competitively. And I don't mean it in a bad sense. I just mean it in a sense of, I don't know, that typically gymnasts retire at this age, so therefore we're old grandmas. That's all I really mean. So now I change it up. I don't really say I'm retired anymore unless it's like certain people that will think it's funny because I think it's hilarious. So I don't say that anymore, but sometimes I just say I'm retired from the bounce.
Cool.
That's like a funny like little gangsta way to say that I'm retired, I guess, because from the bounce, meaning I'm retired from the jumping around, the flipping around, the bouncing around, you know.
So what are you doing now?
What am I doing now? So I've told people a lot that I'm an actress. I, you know, go out for auditions and I book things and I dance as well. So I do a lot of like entertainment things, also YouTube. But a lot of times people, like when I tell them that, they're like, well, I haven't seen you.
Really?
I get annoyed and they kind of get like upset at me for some reason because they say like, oh, I haven't seen you. A lot of people don't know just because you haven't seen someone in like one of the big movies or the big TV shows doesn't mean that you're not doing what you're saying you're doing. So I'm just like, well, I didn't say I was in Hunger Games, guys. I just said that I was in this and did this. And some of you guys I think have seen me and gotten some comments like that. Oh my gosh, were you in this show? And like, yeah, that was me, which is really cool and I love it so much.
Uh-huh.
But there are thousands and thousands and millions and trillions of different TV shows and movies and all that kind of stuff out there in this country, in another country, that you don't even know. You don't watch everything. Like me personally, I watch a lot of like romantic comedies and comedies. I just like don't watch any scary movies. I watch thrillers only if it's with like a friend or friends or family. I limit myself to like quite a small genre, and I love romantic movies as well and animated. So it depends on what you watch. I don't watch scary movies, but I could have a friend that was in a scary movie. I have done a scary movie as well. I don't know. There's just so much out there that you don't even know and that you may not have seen. Someone asked me that question. I'm just like, there's so much stuff that you probably would not have seen everything. But yeah.
So
now instead of saying all of that, I just say I just do stuff. I just say I'm a dancer, I'm a gymnast, and I'm an actress. But a lot of times I don't even like to say all of that. So I just say, oh, like I do a lot of different things. And I kind of just leave it at that because it just gets too hard to explain yourself. And I don't like to have to explain myself.
why?
I don't like getting dirty looks and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just like, I just do a lot of things. I do a lot of things, guys.
Do you train?
Do I train? I do train occasionally. Like I said, I train it for whenever I book something or things like that. So like either commercial or acting wise or dancing wise or YouTube wise. I definitely do a lot of gymnastics on my YouTube, as you guys have seen before.
Interesting.
But just for a lot of things, it just really depends. If I have to do those kind of things, I go into the gym and I train it. I like to try and stay in shape and work out and stuff like that, so that when I do need to go back and train for a little bit just to do a skill or a routine or something, I can go back, pick that up, train, and then be good. A lot of times, yes, I am very, very sore. But I find that once you stay working out and all that stuff, when I go back into the gym, things just come back pretty easily for the most part. Not like something super huge and crazy and things that I might need a spot on, but most of the things when I go back, like a lot of the stuff is still there. So I'm thankful. Haven't been in the gym in a long time, so I need to do one of those. It's been a few months since I've been into the gym now, because I did a then versus now a few months ago with all the events. So, you know, I don't know if it's time to do another then versus now, but maybe it's time to go back in the gym. Comment below what type of things you want me to do back in the gym. I moved, so I can't go back to the gym that I always go to, but there's definitely some more gyms that I could go to. That is the end of this video. I hope you liked it. I hope it answered the questions about me being retired or whatnot. If you have any more questions, please comment below. I would love to answer them. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Follow me on Instagram at Sofina Diva and on Twitter at Sofina_DeJesus. I'm excited to read your comments on what you did on New Year's and what other questions you guys have for me. Love you guys so much. Bye.